Okay, we're going to start in a minute.
Okay. In case there will be any issue with respect to my video, let me know, or voice quality.
Okay, I think we should start by now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Remote Workforce Summit, Day 2. I hope you're having a good time. My name is Varsha. I'm from Khaleej Times. And before we start with our next session, I'm just going to make a small announcement. Well, we have a good news. We're giving away an e-gift voucher worth 80,000, and this will go to the person with the most number of sessions attended and discussions held in the Remote Workforce Summit Online Networking Lounge. I would repeat, everybody, whoever's joining in now, we're giving away an e-gift voucher worth 80,000, and this will go to the person with the most number of sessions attended and discussions held in the Remote Workforce Summit Online Networking Lounge. So all the best. Well, today our session would be role of technology and its owners in pandemic management. And today we have Mr. Sandeep Sachdev. He's the Associate Director for Tata Communications in the UAE. Welcome, Mr. Sandeep. It's an honor to speak to you and have you onboarded today and you taking out time and coming and speaking to us. Just before I begin, let me give you all a brief introduction for Mr. Sandeep. Sandeep is responsible for driving business growth through managing relationship with large enterprises and partnering with lead telecommunications service providers and system integrators in the region. He provides businesses in Middle East, Central Asia, and Africa with next generation managed services, which enables their digital transformation journey and assists to manage their business risk. All right, that is great. Thank you so much again, Mr. Sandeep. I'm not going to take a lot of time because I know you have so much to discuss and speak to everybody. So you may please start. Thank you.
Thanks, Varsha. Thanks for the introduction and thanks for having me here. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are in whichever part of the world. I'm glad to see that we all are doing everything possible to stay connected during these unprecedented times. And it's an honor to talk to you all today about my topic, which is the role of technology and its owner in pandemic management. I would like to share my views with you in two folds. One, what is the role technology is playing? And the other is the role of two key digital hat owners, which is one is Chief Digital Officer and the ICT players, as they both will play an important role in organization survival and growth in the new normal. So having said that, let me just quickly share my screen with all of you. I hope you are able to see my screen. So I would like to start my presentation with few key data points or market trends. 75% millennials expected to be part of the global workforce by 2025. 1.2 billion employees could be affected by current automation technologies. And when it comes to cloud adoption, 48% organizations say they adopt cloud-based services because it's a better cost model compared to traditional deployment methods. And it's a no secret, right? And 50% organizations report that conferencing technology significantly improved their businesses. When it comes to UAE, 35% growth rate in FY20 has been achieved by online retail market in UAE. And in a recent study that categorized countries based on their potential to automate workforce in the future, UAE is one of the front runners. So before we get into the main topic of discussion, let's together look at the future and see where we are heading. So by 2021, auto companies will deploy robots to completely automate their paint and welding shops, which are important manufacturing functions. And I believe few have already done that. And by 2027, employees will be able to work and speak with their team members, across languages, cultures, and borders using language software and conversational interfaces. Companies will start to distribute more and more tasks across smart machines, softwares, apps, and avatars. So this gives you a fair idea of the digital world we are building. So moving on to the next slide. So now pandemic have been a threat to human life since a long time, right? Time and again, our normal way of living is impacted by some sort of pandemic outbreaks like SARS, H1N1, Ebola, and many more. We all understand that technology cannot be a way to prevent the onset of these pandemics, but for sure, it has proven to be an effective way to stop the spread, educate people, and ensure business continuity. Next-gen technologies like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, big data, and telemedicine, so on and so forth, have played, they are playing a vital role in the fight against pandemic. Now let's talk about few use cases of each technology here, right? And I'm sure most of you would be aware of, right? So let's pick up artificial intelligence. So AI has been ensuring community health and safety by detecting individuals with suspected symptoms of COVID-19 through the integration of thermal sensing technologies with connected devices and electronic health records, followed by advice for treatment. Cloud computing, as you all know, right? All the necessary information is stored at computing platform. Big data, provide extensive data of the population in a format that can be used efficiently for analysis so that necessary action can be taken towards the prevention of disease transmission. Telemedicine, a patient can have a consultation from professionals on their medical conditions through video calls and can avoid going to hospital, thus maintains the social distancing norm. Blockchain, algorithm helps provide real-time information to all the strategic partners and helps in traceability in the process of disease control. 5G smart applications, all the governments have today rolled out or have launched COVID applications, right? IoT, all the devices today are connected to the internet in the hospitals and strategic locations, and through these connected devices, they help to inform medical staff of any errors and change of requirement during the treatment process, right? And last but not the least, robotics, which undertake repetitive jobs with precision and reliability to make an intelligent decision. Now, these technologies have enabled the digital hat owners, but how a CDO can lead from front and manage pandemic, during these crises, one thing which we all have learned, that we are living in a much more digital world. The governments around the world have implemented nationwide lockdowns, and due to that, the demand for digital services and products, both from customers and the employees that are stuck at home, has hit record levels. Now, this new digital reality presents a unique challenge for chief digital officers. I'm sure you will agree with me, and also a true opportunity to demonstrate resiliency in a crisis by driving the digital changes a business needs to survive. So as per McKinsey report, so this is strictly as per McKinsey report or article, CDO can lead their company's digital response across 4 dimensions. First, be a resilient leader. The shift to working remotely and all hands on deck to manage the crisis have put incredible pressure on people, and if it won't manage properly, it could lead to burnout, right? And I'm sure most of you would agree with me or would have experienced in some shape and form, while working from homes, right? So the CDO should consider how to build work flexibility for employees so that they can manage the balance between their professional and personal life. CDO should be in a constant communication with the CXOs or the key stakeholders within the organization to help them navigate the crisis and prepare them for recovery. That could mean working with CFO to identify digital initiatives to build up cash reserves, working with CHRO to determine the talent needs for building the digital platforms, working with CEO to mobilize the organization for digitally driven business models, right? Moving on. Second, recraft the digital strategy. CDO needs to focus on short-term and long-term needs of employees and organizations to build a digital future. He should work closely with the product leads, with CMO and CIO to shift the product roadmap priorities so that they can address pressing needs as such as how to serve customers, how to digitize interaction, how to help customers to transforming their mode of communication from offline to online channels, back office automation, so on and so forth. Third, engage with customers. The best CDO act as a voice of customers and ensure that customer is at the heart of all decisions. So CDO should analyze that during this crisis, how customer habits and buying behavior is changing and what are the implications for the business. I believe this is the most important point. A caring organization will always engage with customers for feedback, especially now, and that is beyond the usual channels, right? So the organization strategy blueprint should be designed for building empathy with customers, and while execution should be focused on sensitive tracking and analyzing capability to understand what is working and what is not, right? So in short, CDO should be ready to press the reset button for the outdated patterns or processes of taking customer feedback. Fourth, scale use of agile and collaboration tools. Now this is close to our heart because right now the necessity of remote working is putting everything on test, right? Whether it is the remote connectivity, whether it is effective collaboration between the employees or organization IP security against ever evolving cyber threats, right? So CDO has to ensure that people can collaborate in this new agile model to work, and he'll have to take necessary precautions to safeguard corporate data, such as requiring the use of a reliable and multi-factor authentication, reliable VPN, multi-factor authentication, and regular automated backups, right? And the crucial component of this effort for the CDO is to be a role model for the organization. Communication, and which includes basically communications for the importance of punctuality, scheduling ceremonies consistently, and motivating employees by giving surprise visits in these ceremonies, building a knowledge sharing environment. So by demonstrating resilient leadership, CDO can help the business not just to survive, but also to be ready for the next normal. So post-COVID, the world is going through the accelerated speed of digital transformation and technology adoption. Businesses that were planning digital strategy with a 1 or 3 year of horizon are now scaling their initiatives in matters of days and weeks. And in this change, ICT providers have a larger role to play. And what are these? So first one, transforming to digital mode of business, right? The digital activity of the consumer is increasing, and so is the need of eliminating brick and mortar way of doing business. The industries that have traditionally been limited to physical modes of doing business, such as automotive and heavy machinery, are also exploring ways to shift digital modes. ICT providers must support the transformation by providing infrastructure that supports omni-channel customer experience management. Moving on, accelerating analytics to navigate through risk. IT leaders have already been adopting advanced analytics and artificial intelligence. In the post-COVID world, the adoption will have to be accelerated multifold. Hope you all will agree with me. The predictive powers of analytics can be leveraged to implement workforce safety, forecasting demand, and identifying potential supply chain disruptions for effectiveness of crisis management policies, right? Digital communication with customers. This is something which I have already touched upon while talking about CDO imperatives, and ICT providers have to enable the businesses to connect their sales team with their customers in a virtual way. This initiative would include providing robust connectivity and infrastructure to support rapid development of customer platforms and applications. Fourth, ensuring business continuity. We believe that all the businesses are now focusing heavily on ensuring business continuity, and this is the key agenda on top of everybody's mind today. And the work from home capability has been a critical factor for businesses to continue to work. So And now all the IT leaders are ensuring to take long-term measures to be prepared for such crisis in the future. Next, improving path to recovery. Most of the businesses have suffered huge loss due to closure during this crisis, and it is important for the businesses to reimagine the ways to return back to the normal mode of doing business. The unemployment rates have been increasing across geographies and GDP is falling. So it is the need of the hour that the businesses should find a way to start operating, and technology can help them to go back to the normal fast, along with ensuring workforce safety and abiding government directives. So this leads me to the next point, which is meeting government mandates and recommendations around the workforce safety. So governments have been issuing mandates to ensure social distancing, health monitoring rules as the business plan to resume operations. So IoT solutions such as geolocation tracking, temperature, health parameter sensing can help the businesses to take care of worker safety, right? Last but not the least, mitigating risk for future pandemics. Organizations are making permanent changes to the way of operating by adopting technologies such as robotics, 3D printing, artificial intelligence. These technologies will enable businesses to maintain operations at difficult times, and ICT providers will have to embed these in the core of their product strategy and offer it as a service rather than just a product, right? So moving on to the next slide. So now, so far we have discussed that, what role technology owners have to play, but we should be aware of what end user really wants, right? So in my view, the end user wants a single pane of glass to access all the services, ability to use any app on any device, anytime from anywhere, strong security, flexible, intelligent office space, and so on and so forth. Now, if that's what end user wants, right, how we at Tata Communication is powering the future of work. So our offerings are around these below themes. So first one, borderless network. So Tata Communication is the one of the world's largest subsea cable owner system, and we not only enable our customers to expand their reach in the new and upcoming emerging markets, but which is across borders, but we have also come up with a groundbreaking technology which can help our customers to build a reliable, agile, high performance and secure virtual private network on internet backbone itself, right? Which can build a borderless environment for your users so that they can go beyond the boundaries of your secured office premises and can work from home with secured connectivity and with peace of mind. Moving on, productive collaboration between different entities from anywhere. Now, you must be already knowing or using a collaboration tool. However, we have a differentiated offering which provides an end-to-end solution and gives you a capability to dial in or dial out on either WebEx or Teams platform using PSTN line, and can also replace your traditional EPBX systems by offering a cloud-based EPBX as a service. Ubiquitous security. So we have been running our security practice for more than 10 years now, and we can provide you managed security services starting from managed firewall to vProxy or email security, and to advanced solution like deep server security or managed SOC as a service. So all this comes to you as a service in an OPEX model and can help you to avoid hefty upfront investment. I would say rather this is applicable for almost all of our services. And last but not the least, we can design a bespoke solution for your hosting requirements and can manage different cloud environments for you like Azure, AWS, and can offer you a single pane of glass. Even from connectivity standpoint, we can also provide you connectivity to different cloud environments, either on MPLS or internet backbone. So basically, if you are looking to connect to Azure or AWS or Google or Oracle Cloud platform, this is something which we can provide to you. Now, this brings me to my last slide, which gives you a clear understanding of the services which I just spoke about, and shows you in a schematic that how we are powering your business architecture or different important and essential IT infrastructure environments. So if I start from the extreme left, side of the slide, it shows that for your cybersecurity needs, we have a MSS offering. And then moving up, we can connect all type of users, whether it is a branch user, site user, roaming, or a factory user. They all can connect to either to your private data center or your cloud environment through our connectivity solutions like SD-WAN, MPLS, or NetFoundry. And we can offer you our own cloud services. And now, and along with that, we have solutions for mobile workforce and for your different IoT use cases. And from a UCC perspective, we can provide you collaboration tools or services. And in addition to it, we can provide you contact centers, hosted contact center solutions, and so on and so forth. So this brings me to the end of my presentation, and I would like to thank you all once again for giving your time and patiently listening to me. Hope it was a useful session. And if you have any questions, you can or you want to know more about our offering or services, you can note down my contact details and reach out to me through email or phone. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Sandeep, thank you so much for an excellent session on pandemic management by technology. Yes, we have a lot of questions and I do want to ask you, but Mr. Sandeep has informed me before that he has another session to attend immediately after this, so he cannot answer all of the questions right away, but I've accepted all the questions. So he can go back. Mr. Sandeep, I request you after your session is over and whenever you're free, you'll have to go back and answer all the questions, all the attendees that are asking. And also, since he's mentioned his email ID and his mobile number, I request all of the attendees who have questions for Mr. Sandeep to get in touch with him directly. So thank you so much. And before we end our session for today, I would just like to thank our sponsors. Automation, Nutanix, Blue Prism, Oracle, TeamViewer, Poly, ForcePoint, Tata Communications, Software AG, and Mindware RSA for showing massive trust in our capabilities. Thank you so much. I think it was a great session. It was an honor having you participating with us and speaking on such a relevant topic. Thank you, sir. All the attendees, I request you to please, the next session is already started. Our next session is, the topic for the next session is Our Organization Ready for a Long-Term Remote Strategy by Chen Fong Thua, our speaker for next session. So I look forward to see you all for the next session. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Take care. Have a nice day. Take care.